Welcome back to another Average Joe's Fishing Show video. We're out in the boat, we're on the hunt for some walleyes, and what a beautiful morning. Let's hope today turns into something special. Hope everybody's been catching lots of fish this spring and early summer. And yeah, let's get into this video. So this video, I'm out here fishing, but I really wanted to kind of highlight a day of fishing I had last week. So I was out fishing with my brother-in-law, and we came to this spot here, started the day here, moved around a little bit, but we had an unreal day. We caught probably 20 walleyes and a couple nicer ones, and we really did quite well. We mainly used the Crush City as I used in the previous video, so if you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. But towards the end of the day, we kind of got on a little bit of a trolling bite, which was super fun. Using these Rapala deep husky jerks, and it paid off pretty good. Like we didn't slam them because it was already later in the day at that point, but we caught quite a few, and it was pretty fun. So I'm back out today, hoping to put a few fish in the boat using the same techniques as I did last week and in the last video, and hopefully we can get a little bit of a bite going. So last week was my first time using the Shimano Compre 7-foot medium action. It's kind of like the walleye rod with a nice neck salve reel. Beautiful little combo here. And yeah, last week was my first time using it, and this is a nice setup. This is wicked. It handles the fish really well. Jigging and trolling both, it did a good job. Caught a lot of fish on it. And yeah, I can't wait to put it to the test again today and see if we can't make something happen. So I also have my Claris with me. Gonna kind of use a 1-2 punch combo. Jig for a bit, troll for a bit, see what happens. And yeah, kind of flip-flop between the two. It absolutely poured rain yesterday, so God only knows what that's gonna do to the fish. The water's kind of muddy. With this muddy water, I really don't know how the fish are going to react, but we will just see, hope for the best. Oh yeah. There we go, first fish of the morning, right where I left them. Beautiful 15-incher, right on. Get back down there, see if we can get a few more. There we go, first fish came on the jig off the Claris rod. So didn't know if they were gonna bite the jig with the water being so muddy, but I think if I just put it in front of their face, they'll just hit about anything. So I put a jig on the Compre. I really want to test this rod out, seeing as I just got it, and it's yeah, I'm really liking it so far. I used it just the one day, but liking it. So when I was out last week with my brother-in-law, we fished right here, and we fished for probably an hour or two and just strictly jigging. And it didn't take long before we got into a few bites. There you go. Little bite first thing. No, he's all right. The other day. On me. Small, real small. Hey, that's the right kind. Oh, he popped off. Look at that. Little walleye. Look at that. Pretty little kid. Yeah. Oh, I had one too. Jeez. Oh yeah? Yeah. Beauty. Finally, catching up. That one's going in the pan. Couple exceptional bites. Yeah, that's big. Oh, nice walleye. Look at that one. There. popped off. Look at that.
Perfect.
That's a beauty. Nice.
Yeah.
There he goes. Live release. Man, you're schooling me. I seen them. There was 2 of them. Yeah. Oh yeah, another nice one. Look at that. Pop right off. Into the live well you go. He's bleeding. He's probably 18. 18 and a half. Beauty. Hey, hole, back to back.
A little bigger than the last.
Calling it shots, I like it.
She's gonna slowly make her way up in this pig.
Are we staying low? Oh yeah, another big one.
Oh.
Beauty.
Yeah,
right.
definitely bigger than the last one.
Yeah. That's a keeper. Upper end, but he's a keeper. You're just schooling me today. I cannot do it. Cannot do it.
Oh.
Where was that one over there?
Yeah, both of them.
Where was that?
Exact same shot. I got a bit of backwards hand on that one.
Yeah, that's alright. Beauty. Throw him in the well. That's a nice one. That's heavy. Yeah, that's a heavy one. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's a heavy one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a beauty. All big ones, eh? Wow. Look at that.
You pans me out, then we have a big fish.
Oh, you got her. Just smoked it. Look at his fins, eh? Beat right up.
Wow.
That's an old mama right there. Jeez. And quite a few keepers. Once we kind of fished this area out, we took a rip down the lake and tried jigging at a few other spots. Not too big, but looks like an eater. Yeah, beauty. Well, this spot starting out all right. Oh, little baby walleye. Oh, it's better than nothing at the new spot. Once the sun came up and we were kind of tired of jigging, we thought, hey, let's put on a crankbait, let's do some trolling. Instead of sitting in one spot jigging, let's troll, cover some water, and find some aggressive fish. I'll just keep us going here. Oh yeah, he's a good one right in the back.
Oh, yeah. That definitely makes me feel a little thicker, eh?
Yeah. Well, he's an eater anyway. Another one on. Oh yeah, he's there. He's coming up. Oh yeah. Another beauty. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, another eater. Flip that sucker in. Oh yeah, he'll eat. Harvest. That's a beauty. That's the gold. You called it. I knew that was gonna be the one. Another 14-incher. I haven't had shit. I'm gonna have to switch. I'm switching. Watch your foot again.
Yeah.
So that day we did a little bit of everything. We did a little bit of running and gunning. We did a little bit of jigging and trolling. And it all paid off pretty effective. So I think, you know, in the grand scheme of things, when the fish are biting, you can kind of throw whatever you want at them and they're gonna bite. So yeah, now we're back out here again today. Hoping to put a little bit of something together, something similar. Like I mentioned, it poured rain, so I don't know if the bite will be quite as good, but you know what? I've had some exceptional days out here on the river this year, and it's just nice to get out, reminisce a little bit, thinking about times when I've been out and not even really been filming. I just had that head cam going, and we caught lots of fish. It might have been a good day to film a video, but it's not always about filming. Sometimes about just getting out, relaxing, enjoying yourself. Beauty little guy here. Second fish of the morning. Beauty. Kind of found a little pot of them, so hopefully there's more. Get right back at her. Can't beat a good old jig. Jigging a minnow, jigging a fluke for walleyes, you just can't beat it. Probably my go-to setup now for anything walleyes is just so good. Hit the bottom, they're there. Eventually you'll pick up and there'll be a fish on. The way I fish it is you just let it free fall. You let it fall on a slack line, and you just kind of snap jig it off the bottom, let it fall, free fall, snap jig it, free fall, and then when you get a bite, you're just going to pick up to snap jig. You kind of set the hook into a fish, and then you kind of do a double hook set because you're not really ready for it because you don't feel the bite, but when you pick up, he's there. And yeah, it's a great technique. Been doing it now for quite a few years, catching a lot of fish on it. I don't think it's really any secret, but it works. You gotta preach what works, right? Like, it just jigging a minnow, jigging a fluke, hit the bottom for walleyes. Like, they're bottom feeders. Sometimes they're up feeding elsewhere, but really they're always generally on the bottom. So if you're jigging, you'll get them. Something I've noticed too on the river, I don't know if it's gonna happen today, but a lot of times when there's a storm or it's raining or whatever, I've noticed that sometimes the bite can be a little bit later. You can see it's overcast and it's really foggy down the river here. I almost wonder if the bite isn't going to be a little bit later. Only 6:30, and last week that was the time we showed up here, was 6:30. So I've been here for maybe half an hour already, and 2 fish. So really it could pick up yet, and I'm kind of hoping so. The water is quite muddy, so I think it's going to be hard for them to see the bait, but I think if they see it, they'll eat it. Holy jeepers, the sun has crested through the fog. Hopefully that means fish are going to bite soon. Oh yeah, there's a little eater. You know, the bites have been kind of far and few between this morning, but getting the right kind here. I know it's not huge, but hey, 14-incher, right where I left them off last week. Kind of nice. Come back to a spot you know that's been producing, and another little eater. Now these fish have kind of moved again a little bit from where, so every time I've been out, from the first video I put out to last week when I was just filming just with the head cam to today, I think it's important to say, hey, These fish are moving for a reason. They're following bait. There's a lot of bait here, tons of bait. Now you just have to find those feeding fish on the bait, like where they're situated in the day. The sun finally just came up, and I had said hopefully that means some biting fish and not 5 minutes, boom, little 14 incher, ready to go. Love it. Hopefully that means more good things to come on the Crush City 1/4 ounce jig head. Crush City. This is a different one. It's got a little bit of a swimmer tail on it, but still that fluke style. On the compre, beauty little setup. If it's any relation to the muddy water, I'm fishing deeper today. I would say in the previous times that I've been out, I'm fishing anywhere from 10 to 15 feet for these walleyes. Today, I'm really noticing and paying attention to the couple bites that I have got. They're deeper. They're like 20 feet, 15 to 20 feet. So they're pushed deeper, maybe due to the rain and the weather and the muddy water, or maybe the bait's just slightly deeper than it has been. I'm not sure, but I think it's important to note, follow, try, if you can catch one fish, that's going to tell you a lot of what's going to happen for the day. I didn't pay attention today on the first fish. I just figured, hey, they're biting here like they have been. I'm just going to catch them kind of everywhere, doing anything that I have been. And so far that's not been the case. So I think it's important every time you come out, take a second. Hey, I caught a fish doing what? On rocks, on trees, 15 feet, 20 feet, whatever the case may be, kind of take a note, and you gotta replicate that. Like we say at trout fishing all the time, okay, I'm gonna go back and do that again. And sometimes when it's summer and you're walleye fishing, bass fishing, whatever, you kind of forget, like, hey, you like replicate what you've been doing. You don't just have to go anywhere and just hammer shoreline, hammer rock piles, or whatever. Like, okay, there was a reason you caught that fish where you did. Let's replicate that. So this spot here, similar to the first video that I put out a couple weeks back, I'm fishing a big turn. There's a big point that comes out behind the camera, and yeah, 20 feet, 25 feet today. And any other given day, if the water was slightly clearer and earlier morning like it is now, I would be fishing 15 feet. No problem. 12 feet even, 10 feet. Like, I'm seeing a lot of bait busting. I'm seeing a lot of fish jumping. But they're not really hitting the bait. Is it due to the brown water? Probably. I think we're just gonna have to work for our bites today, and that's the highs and lows of walleye fishing. When you're a weekend warrior, you kind of get lucky sometimes and you don't get lucky sometimes. Now, fortunately, I haven't got a skunk today, but I think it's important to note, like, last time I was out, I did get lots of fish, have you seen in the beginning of this video. Today, at least right now, they haven't picked up where it's like an unreal bite or even really a good bite. 3 walleyes in an hour and a half. I mean, I guess not bad, but it's not as good as what it could be. I know the potential out here, and that's the disappointing part, is when you know the potential and you're not meeting the expectations you're hoping to get. So, you know what? A couple of fish. If I can hook into a decent one today, like a 20+ inch walleye, it's a nice one, that'll seal the deal. If not, these eaters are more than okay. I like eating fish, so can't complain. There we go. So as you can see, there was fish all over those bait balls. Finally caught one. Ooh, big old smallmouth. Look at that guy. Wow, what a beauty. Couple black spots on him. Look at that, that is awesome. Like a 3-pounder. Searching for the next walleye. Catch a big old smallmouth. Can't beat that. Little bycatch in like 10 feet. Right on. I'm just moving down the spot here to a different section, and yeah, my bait was actually just drifting behind the boat, and I felt dunk 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 dunk, set the hook, and big old smallmouth came shooting out of the water. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little bit of a struggle bus this morning. I've since I caught those fish first thing, I did a little bit of trolling, did more jigging. It's not panning out. Last week was just so good, it almost feels like devastating when you finally have a defeat. So I'm into one of the last spots for the day. Hopefully I can pull out a couple more fish here, and yeah, you can't beat weather like this. I think that rain and thunderstorms yesterday have the fish thrown off, and the water is so dirty. But what do? You gotta fish, right? Well, if that doesn't sum up my luck today, I just think the fish aren't biting. When you gotta snag them in the belly, I don't know, they were biting last week. And so many, like, caught jigging, caught trolling, all over the place. Today can't seem to do nothing right. Whew. I got something huge on. Huge. Whoa. What in the world is that? Absolutely massive. Oh my God, it's a giant walleye. Oh my God. That's a new PB. That's a giant. That's an absolute giant. Holy, oh my God, that's giant. That's absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Oh my God. Oh, that's, oh, I don't even know. The hook popped off. Look at that. Oh, it's not a PB, but it's a 30-incher. Whoa, look at that, 30-inch walleye. Wow. Yeah. Did today ever turn around? Oh my God, 30-inch walleye. Wow. 30-inch walleye. Wow. Yes. Almost giving up. 8:40 in the morning. 30-inch walleye. 8:40 in the morning, 30-inch walleye. I had just caught that little walleye in the belly, and I went, that's how this morning's going. It thunderstormed last night, river's dirty, fish aren't really biting. Talking about how successful last weekend was for me. And then, boom, set the hook, felt just like bottom with a head shake. Ooh, this is big, really big. Kind of reminds me of 2 weeks ago when I got my 27-incher and I wasn't recording that day. And I'm like, there's no way. Gotta be a catfish, gotta be a pike. just big head shakes. You probably could see it. And then the big glow. And I'm like, oh, that's a big one, new PB. It was close. My PB's 31 and that was 30 inches on the nose. Like on the nose, 30 inches. Big fat one. Holy, what a day. What a year it's been for me for walleye. I've been out the last, probably 4 weekends out here fishing walleyes, and man, it's just like I'm learning so much about the river. I'm finally connecting with a few good bites. And this spot's an old spot. I've fished this like right from when I first started coming here. I would fish this spot. Wow, 30 incher. That's huge. You know, this isn't a spot where you're gonna get like giant walleyes all the time. Like that's so special. And for the line to snap, well, for the fish to come off in the net, and then the line to snap, you always gotta check your line after, you know, any decent sized fish. 8-pound test on this compre rod. I guess that's a good test for this friggin' rod. It handled that pretty good. It handled it good. 10-pounder. And wow, that's awesome. Holy smokes. Well, if I don't get any more fish today, I don't even care. That's a huge fish. 10 pounds, 30 inches. Whew. And to see her swim off another day is even better. Like, so good. That's awesome.
Right?
There, another eater. They're turning on. Oh, I gotta film here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Call Brennan, tell him about my big fish, and hooked into another eater. Look at that one, like a 15 incher. Another one for the pan. I don't know what the deal is with today. The fish weren't biting. Now in 5 minutes I got a 15 incher, nice eater, and a 30 incher. All on this same jig. Working these current breaks. I did a whole deep dive into explaining everything that I do and what I look for when it comes to jigging specifically. And you can check that out in this video. But today was supposed to be like recap of an awesome fishing day and then catch a few and just finish off that video. And then catch a freaking 10-pounder, man. How do you plan that? Man, I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. So I'm just gonna do a quick little summary over this compre rod real quick. I've had 2 days with it, caught some decent fish, caught that 10-pounder on here today with it. And it's a great setup. It was recommended to us and we picked a couple up. Brendan and I both got one, and beautiful setups. I really highly recommend it. Compre 7-foot medium with the Nexav reel. I don't think there's a better combo for walleye in my opinion. It handles it perfectly. I just have 8-pound mono on it, but I'm sure if you had a braid setup or something like that, it would still do great. It's a 2-piece and it's very nice, compact. It's a great little jigging rod. I don't think you can beat it. If you got a compre and a Claris, I think that's all you need. You don't have to go crazy expensive with it. Like, these aren't huge expensive rods. They're just average Joe's rod and reels, and hey, they work awesome. So highly recommended, approved by the average Joes. Well, that's gonna wrap up this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned to the next one.